You can build this bookcase for under $100 and just a few simple tools. It's a flat pack design, so it's super easy to assemble, it's runner friendly, and it's great for small spaces. So let's get building. First, I cut all my wood to size. I'll drop a free cut list in the description so you can follow along. We have to mark out the half laps on the two side shelves. And this is where measurements are super important to be accurate, or it's just gonna be all messed up. So I'm using a framing square, but if you don't have one, don't worry, a speed square works too. Instead of pocket holes, I'm going with half lap joints. They're strong, easy to assemble, and make the bookcase more durable. I mark the depth of each joint so I don't cut too deep. Half laps work best when the pieces fit flush. I always recommend to double check everything before you cut, because fixing mistakes in wood is way harder than marking them right the first time. I'm using Dremel's new Blueprint portable saw station. It's gonna make these cuts so easy and accurate, and I can take it anywhere I want with me, so that's a bonus. First, I'm cutting the grooves on the vertical pieces, and this will allow the shelves to slide right in and give it a little extra durability. I always like to test fit as I'm cutting to make sure everything is nice and snug and not too loose. It should look like this. See? To cut out the half laps on the vertical pieces, I use a combination of the Blueprint portable saw and then a oscillating tool. And this is how the vertical pieces should look. For the horizontal pieces, since I cut little grooves in the wood on the vertical pieces, the half laps should be a little narrower, and I will include that in the plans so you know everything every step of the way. For these half laps, I cut them strictly with the oscillating saw because it wouldn't fit on the Blueprint saw table, but that's totally fine. Just prop up a square board right against your mark and then make your cut, and it'll make a perfect straight cut every time. Again, make sure you test fit everything to make sure it's nice and snug. Now I have to take this entire thing apart to sand it, which I really hate sanding. To sand, I usually start at 80 grit and work my way up to 220 before I stain so it's nice and smooth.
To get rid of all the yellow in the pine, because let's face it, no one likes that yellow, I used a tan wash before I went in with my wax. For the tan wash, I just wiped it on and left it there. I didn't do any back wiping, and I did about a 2-to-1 ratio of paint to water. This is by far my favorite wax, and if you've seen any of my other videos, you've probably seen me use this, but this is the chestnut brown wax from Real Milk Paint. All you do is buff it on and then buff it right off, and it really creates this nice, rich brown tone in the wood. All right, now for the fun part, putting it all together. I'm using screws on the top and bottom, but the half lap joints do most of the work. They're really strong and will hold a ton of books.
If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more DIY builds, and I will see you on the next project.